can't wait. No, I can't wait. We fly to the sunrise, babe. Baby, baby, ain't gotta say too much. Lay your body talk, yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, I do that thing you like. I keep you satisfied. Ooh, tell me, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Babe, please, are you thinking what I'm thinking? No, no. Tell me, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Can I ooh, let me ooh, can we ooh, can I ooh, can we ooh, let me ooh. Can we ooh, all you want, all you want, all you want, all you want, baby. You say nothing's wrong at all, baby. I say that we falling off lately. Maybe we just ain't been on the same page. In my mind, I'm done fighting. In your heart, you can't.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She's too busy being beautiful.
What it do? 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 I'm waiting on Tori. What it do, world? That's what Phoenix say. What it do, world?
What it do, world? What up, world?
What it do? What it do? Welcome back, guys, to the Busy with B show right here. Okay, Tuesday at 6:00. Okay, with your girl. Look, it's been so much going on since it's been a couple of weeks since I've been in the studio doing a live show. So if you're tuning on Instagram or TikTok, I believe I'm on, go ahead and go over to Facebook. I'm going to share that link. If you're not following Rip Radio Network, go follow that network right now. You can see the whole studio. You get to see everything in its plain sight. Today is a special show because we doing a couple of hours of a podcast. So I really wanted to, last week I didn't come on, so I'm doing 2 shows today, but I really wanted to talk about just prison reform. I got some special guys in the studio just sharing the story of motivational, inspirational, because you know that's busy. That's what I like to do. No matter where you from, you can be great. No matter what you've been through, it does not have to define you. So we are here today. We're going to share some stories on my part of the show, okay? So look, I really wanted to surprise Phoenix today with just letting her know just the love and appreciation as I've been on my journey, my healing journey, my love journey, everything. I was able to, God allowed us to share the space, okay? You know, she showed up for me. And tonight, as we go into Christmas, as we go into the season of giving, I want to give her the last hour of the show, okay? So Phoenix didn't know. At least I thought, you know, at least I thought. I gave her some assignments. I was like, hey, put together a show. So I don't even know what it's going to look like. If she have me as a guest, I'm going to be here for my girl. But at the end of the day, the last part of the show is dedicated to Phoenix. Let's talk, okay?
Talk my shit, because that's what I do anyway. So yeah, tune in. But y'all don't even know what I got in tune. So yeah, just make sure y'all be here at 7 p.m.
Yes.
That's my baby. I love her. Thank you.
Yes, it's all yours. I'm excited to be a part on the other, be on the other side. I can speak when I'm spoken to. Okay, so I'm excited, but it's just so many things. So I really want to say, if I don't do nothing else, I just want to say thank you. The support coming across my DMs, the support under my posts, the support and look, I'm about to get spiritual real quick, okay? But, the love and the support that I've been receiving from you guys, just following my journey and just what God is doing in me, and no longer hiding. For weeks I've been saying I'm no longer hiding. I'm no longer hiding who God called me to be. I was afforded this opportunity to go to Chicago and speak, and I kind of shared that journey with you guys. But the journey I've been on the past several weeks, it's just been amazing. The support from just people you don't even know who's watching, who is loving on you, and who is just you inspiring. Like, thank you so much. I mean, Chicago was amazing. I surprised myself. But I'm just telling you, if it's anything you ever think you want to do, the first step is always the hardest. And I promise you, after you get through that, it's just amazing. Just imagine stepping off the cliff and just enjoying the wind in your hair. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. That support, was amazing, okay? So I just wanted to thank everybody, all the DMs, all the comments under the post, everything. I feel it from the bottom of my heart, the everything. So just thank you so much. I got another thing. So tomorrow, guys, I lay my grandmother to rest. Well, we lay my grandmother to rest in her final resting place. So just the support that's coming from that, and it'll be at the Temple of Praise. It's at Southeast or off of 7th Avenue. The viewing starts at 10 to 11, and then after that, I'm going to post that on my page. I didn't have time to do it today, but just the support with my grandmother and just everything. It's been really a whirlwind, but I just been pushing through. The devil can always try to trip you up a little bit. I was looking for any excuse not to go to Chicago, but I was like, it just didn't work out like that. I just kept on pushing, and even though I'm smiling, and even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm just finding it's something about my grandmother passing, but it kind of activated something in me. I mean, I really feel like just God just activated me. He surprised me with just my memories that I have even from that night, and just how the family, we all surrounded her, and just how inside of me I just started vibrating, and everybody looking to me to pray and everything else. I'm just like, okay, God. So it's just, I've been on this journey for the past several weeks. My emotions been up and down. Everything's been up and down. Thank you, Phoenix, just checking on me. It just, the love that I've been receiving, I just really appreciate it. So I'm just, woo. I mean, look, that's just, normally we open up the show, we talk a little bit. I know, Phoenix. How you been doing? What's going on with you? You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What's up?
Thank you. I'm tired.
You tired?
That's what's up.
Okay.
Tired, hustle time, working hard. I am coming back on next month for the new year. I will be back on my show. I'm looking forward to a lot of things with us. This is not just it. We don't end here. We got a long way to go together.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So, guys, like I said, look, Phoenix, I'm kicking her off the show. No, I'm not kicking her off the show.
No,
but
I'm stepping off.
Yeah, I'm going to, no, you're not, we in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
You right here. Hold on. We're going to do this the right way. But, guys, I'm going to have my guests join me up. And basically, this show really is one of my most viewed shows that I did. And I knew I had to bring it back. But it was just talking about just re-entry. A lot of these guys were incarcerated at the age of 16, 17 years old, did over 20, 30 years of life, but they now back in the community doing just so much amazing things, and it's just a story, and it's things that we just should talk about. It's not how you start, it's just how you choose to finish the game and how you choose to show up. But when I say amazing things, I really mean amazing things. Mentorships, part of nonprofits out there in the community doing work. And look, we're going to talk about it on the Buzy with B show. Okay, we're going to take a little break here in the studio. And then when we come back, we're going to be joined with Pete and Craig. Shannon will be joining us when he get here. But we're going to talk about the re-entry. And then the next show, Phoenix show, we gonna turn up. I just want to be around. I want to be around. So guys, when we come back from the break, we gonna come up and have a good time talking about healing. I know Craig, he went to a healing circle. I mean, they just full of so much knowledge and so many things. So we're going to talk about that in the studio today. And I'm just so grateful that you guys share your time and your stories. We're busy, okay? So taking a break, and we'll see you when I get back.
Getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy busy, being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nats. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe that. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving it free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving it free. With B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving it free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving it free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nats. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? We are back in the studio. Shannon, move up a little bit so you can be seen. But we are back in the studio, guys. I had to bring this show back. It was such a great response to this show. One of the most viewed shows that I've done independently on my own. So I had to bring this show back. But it's just prison reform, how they re-entered being arrested when you were as young as 16, 17 years old for 20 to 30 to, what's the highest? Who's sitting at the table? Who did the most?
30
years. And just talking about the relevance of that. Is that such a harsh punishment? Is there recovery? That's a long time. Because what you know at 16, you don't really know you don't even know at 20, or you don't know at 25. And just like the perspective of just really, truly growing up in jail. Like you literally, so it's just like your family, the way, okay, so I've had front row seats, okay? I had front row seats to really getting to know these guys. But just to see how they network and how they love on each other, it has motivated me to just push myself and keep doing things so that I can keep bringing people that look like us together. But you guys have like a network. It is, I mean, it's beautiful how they work. If this one get a job, the other one get a job. They work it out. They be together. And it's nothing like that. But introduce yourself, starting with you, Pete.
My name Pete. I work as a lead credible master at ERCPCP. Also do safe passes for inner city. I work as a program manager over at J&J monitoring violence interrupted
And then tell people, so you were incarcerated at what age?
I was incarcerated when I was 16. I did 30 years.
Okay. Stop right there, because I'm going to let Shannon introduce himself. Go ahead, Shannon.
Well, my name is Shannon. I was incarcerated for 25 years. I also work as a safe passage worker. I work as a monitor for transitional housing. And I'm also the advocacy and leadership development specialist for a nonprofit named Free Minds Book Club and Workshop. My co-worker is my partner right here.
I saved the best for last. Have you ever heard of saving the best for last?
Yes.
Okay. I'll say the best for last. Hint, hint. Okay, introduce yourself.
My name is Craig. I work at Inner City. I'm a safe passage and a credible message at Inner City, and I also work at Free Mind Book Club. I'm the peer support specialist. I've been incarcerated for 22 years.
You got incarcerated at what
I
age?
got incarcerated when I was 17, did 22 years.
Okay, so I really wanted you guys to hear that question and feel that question. What I could say is, where you from? Where you from? Say where you from, because I think a lot of times coming from where we're from, we don't even see the future of how you guys are coming and impacting the community the way you guys are now. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's just like as young boys, you know, sitting on the other side, because I see hearts and I'm able to be around you guys. I'm just like, man, it's just like I want to forgive for anything you guys have done at 16. And I feel how I feel, maybe because I'm a little close to it, but
I'm from Lawton.
Because that's where you grew up, right?
Yeah, Lawton. That's where I grew up.
That's where you grew up.
I really don't, even though, you know, I was born and raised around Lincoln Heights, but I feel as though like I'm from Lawton. Like,
that's your family.
These my family right here.
And I think like people really should see that, because I feel like as you guys are coming back and introvert into your biological families, your blood families, it's so much like they see you as grown men. And I think even what I had to understand is like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a minute, because I wanted to, I was seeing with my physical eyes, but how is it, you know, getting back into like your families? Because like you said, you grew up in Lawton, and all of y'all really grew up together. This is your family. And if you guys are fortunate enough to see how these guys move, it is family beyond family. It's just so beautiful how each one of them are able to be there for the next person coming back or coming into the circle, and they help each other. And one of the most stories that I really like, and I know I'm a little biased, but I really like Craig's story. It really inspired me. Like it helps paint the picture for the subway story. Can you tell that story one more time for me, please?
The subway story, that's what she called it.
I call it the subway story. I call it the subway story because it's so vulnerable, it's so humbling, it's so.
What happened?
When I was released, one of my buddies, we went to he told me meet him at the Farm Plaza, and I ain't know how to ride the subway, so I got it. Somebody told me get on the Green Line, get off Farm Plaza. I got off Farm Plaza, and I just panicked. I ain't even know like what to do, because there was too many upstairs and downstairs. Everybody was walking around like they knew where they was going, and I just felt it like not really like a birds or nothing, but I feel like I was out of place, and I panicked. I kept calling him. He wouldn't answer the phone. He kept going to voicemail, and I really panicked, and I was afraid to ask somebody, you know, man, like directions, because I ain't really want them to know that I just came home, and these things that I should know. Yeah. But I don't, because I've been gone so long. So it was just like panic. And then when my buddy seen me, I feel like relief, but I was really like scared. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was 39 years old, but I was scared in the subway. And that's just the things that we, certain things things that we go through when we come home.
That inspired me. That inspired me to be like, dang, we really don't look like what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see, and it helped me, like, really focus in on, he's 39, but he's really 18, because it's his first year home. Yeah. And everything, the technology, everything has changed. Everything is moving. Everything is shifting. Do you have a story? Do you guys have a story about how you guys?
Yeah, I have a similar story just like that.
I want to hear it.
Same thing. I was on the subway and I just so happened to and I had someone escorting me because I guess they knew Anoki, and we got on the subway and me not being conscious. It's a lot of people in here, so immediately I'm like, man, I'm talking about it's nowhere to sit, so I'm not trying to bump into nobody or nothing. So when the train pulled off, I ain't grabbed no rail or nothing, and I kind of bulldozed into like about 2-3 people. I had to grab a rail, you know what I mean? And I panicked too. I'm like, man, I wasn't even thinking to grab a rail. I just don't want to touch nobody, and I don't want nobody to touch me.
Right.
So that was my subway story, and my first time crossing the street. I went outside like about a week or 2 weeks after I got home. I said, man, let me go ahead, man, and take a stroll. So I take a stroll and get to a main, like it's like a main little thoroughfare, main road, Martin Luther King Avenue on the Maryland side though. And I got dizzy. I was about to cross the street and got dizzy. And I said, I can't do it today. So I turned back around and went home. I wouldn't even. I actually laughed about it going back to the house. You know what I mean? I said, but this is crazy. You know what I mean? I got dizzy, bro. It was just too many cars.
My story was a little different. My story was basically like I was always. It didn't really bother me. Always. Just us coming from where we come from, we always on point about everything. We see a lot of stuff that the average person will pay attention to. So my thing was, it's not that I'm paranoid or schizophrenic and them things, but like on 4th of July, I was at home and I just couldn't, I was viciously agitated, but I wanted to see the fireworks. I wanted to see that shit. But to think,
you can do it. Look, I know the Phoenix not up here to cuss y'all out,
okay,
but you are welcome to curse on the Buzy with Me show, okay?
All right. So I wanted to see the fireworks and things like that, but I already know, I'm paranoid. I know dudes be hitting off, what I'm saying, during that time. I was so paranoid, man. I just stayed in the house and I said, man, you know what? I did something I never did because there's so much stuff we never did. I went down to Monument and watched the fireworks for the first time, and that right there was like a story in itself because it's so much stuff that we never did.
Guess what though? That's the crazy part. I'm about to ask y'all this question and it's gonna hit, and you know why? Because it's so many young people out here, and they even younger than you guys was. That's just like they don't have no conscience. They just doing things and taking people from their families, and they end up getting taken. But what is something I mean, is it worth it? You rapping your streets, you beefing with that block. I couldn't really form the question the way I wanted, but it's just. They did all of this in a way of, you repping your block, you protecting your homie, you doing this, that, and the other. So what would you tell your younger self? Like if you had to do it all over again, the block still exists, everything still exists, but everything looked different. And was it worth it?
It definitely wasn't worth it. I mean, that's an easy answer.
That's an easy answer.
That's an easy. It definitely wasn't worth it. It just like the youngins and the youth today, we was younger than we was youth. We was ignorant to a lot of, certain ways. And we just was brought up to...
we brought up a little different.
Different, yeah.
I think our morals and principles was different, even though certain things we just wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to go shoot somebody, I wasn't really driving in no cars. I was going to walk down on foot, and I was going to get up on my man, but... Other than that, I don't think like mothers, women, all those things was like it was off limits. You didn't touch none of those things.
It was sacred. Like schools was sacred. Like we understood that like kids,
malls,
like certain stuff, certain places was off limits.
Things.
Now,
You know what I mean?
like, it's like now, like, over the years, it just like people use like things like statements like everything changes water now, and it just more so they not really understanding what they really doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no conscious what they doing. A lot of them on drugs, a lot of them dealing with different trauma from when we was out there doing stuff. Some of them was kids or something like that. Some of them, you know what I mean, we did stuff that's left a lot of hurt and pain in these communities. Now they closed one community down, sent some people over there now. Then all this hurt and pain coming from these communities. Nobody know how to deal with them. Nobody know how to deal with their trauma. So, and it's just more so like people use drugs or people just cause pain to somebody else because this was going on. Right. And I think I love music. I love music, but the type of music they gravitate to is destroying us. It's destroying our community. Mm-hmm. And it's really like they always say a lot of people always say like they not no followers, but you following something that's somewhere else. You disrespecting dead people, you disrespecting so much, and you doing something because, to be honest, it's really no consequence. It's really no accountability, and it's just more so like. And I think even though we had to go through we went through, but I think just us having the passion to try to save. First, how you said you save one, I be trying to save all, and I know I be around these guys and other guys like my brother. We trying to save everybody, and it's hard. But guess what? Hard. It's hard, but it was hard in the streets. This is some of the results that we created. To be honest,
I remember what conversation we was having, and I'm posing this to everybody, all of y'all, Shannon and Pete, because I'm from the outside looking in, and I'm more so, when you love somebody that's working in the community and taking on mentees and mentors and, doing everything that y'all doing, it's just like, when he come home and he share a story, I'm more so like, we butt heads because I'm more so care more so about him. And I'm more so not working in the streets, and I don't work with mentors and mentees. But it's kind of rough for me because I'm like, when he say, oh, yeah, he's in that community, which he wouldn't even have to be, or you guys don't have to be if you didn't choose, but he get pulled over. And then he say, "Oh, his mentee wouldn't stay still." I'm more so thinking about him. So we butt heads and we literally go back and forth about that. But it's just like, do you feel like help somebody, understand from the outside looking in? Like, how do you guys feel like putting yourself kind of in harm's way all over again? And how is dealing with the police and just all of that, knowing what everything you've been through, like you just want to help, and then you can get in trouble.
The thing about that is this: basically, what Craig just said. When you really look at the gist of everything, we was like the cause of it. A lot of us, them 90s when we was going in, a lot of the grandmothers like our age, so their daughters done had kids. They done had kids, so they having the full effect. So you got a whole prison system full of guys who was away, a rack of fathers, rack of grandfathers who wasn't there for their daughters, the granddaughters, the grandsons, the sons. So you start seeing the full effects of what we're saying now, because like you said, no one was there to instill the morals and principles that the fathers and the grandfathers were brought up on. So that's why you see everything ran so rapid. And you got these guys who was out here, who majority of them was a bunch of guys who was getting took bad, but they was out here, they had a way to get to the bag and stuff like that. So now that's the thing, because everybody love attention, so money gonna bring attention. So all the young guys, they float to a person like that. and it was easy for them. About the police don't bother me. That's the wild part about the police. I see police all the time. I don't even put myself in them predicaments. That's my whole thing about anything. I don't put myself
And the thing,
in predicaments
when you legit,
Right.
Yeah.
we not doing nothing illegal. So like everything I have is mine. It's in my name.
That's right.
You know, so when I get pulled, one time I got pulled over, I think twice in an hour. You know, and I'm like, when I see him,
Hold on, ladies. I'm gonna interrupt. I like to
Yeah.
pick on Shannon. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the second time on the Busy Bee show. But
Yeah.
ladies, he's single. Okay.
Yeah.
And then and he got good credit. Okay, he's a good. I'm just saying, his circle. I mean, you pay attention to who they hang around. Okay. All right, my DM is open. I got you. Okay. Therefore, go ahead and finish.
yeah, and but yeah, I really don't. You know what I mean, it can be frustrating at times. You know, dealing with, you know what I mean, because you still getting stereotyped.
Yeah.
You know, because of who you are. But in regards to the police, I really don't care because I ain't doing nothing wrong. But in regards to what Craig and what Pete was saying, it just made me think about the paradox between in certain communities you have
The paradox. I like that word.
you have generational wealth, and in our communities you have generational trauma. You know, just they teach their kids how to generate that wealth.
Yeah.
And in our community, we are teaching our kids generational trauma, and it's been going on since the 80s.
And it's not
You know,
until you
and-
like unlock it. And
Yeah.
I would say, I know this is about y'all, but I'm just saying, as a woman, as a mom, and I have two kids that separate 9 years apart. I didn't really even understand that I was transferring trauma, you know, and I didn't. And it's just like trying to reprogram her and just plug into her right now. You know, it's a little difficult. But the 3-year-old is truly loving and free. That should have been her name. You know what I'm saying? Because she is just like, I'm so unlocked at this point in my life that it's just a whirlwind. So you saying that, I'm saying that to say that the more that we deal with our trauma and we deal with our things, we can be great for what we leaving behind and trying to break generational curse.
We all come from the same thing, even though, as you just said, all of us come from basically generations of trauma, PTSD, where we come from, the environments that we come from. Like, and I seen this the other day when I was in the school, and a little guy, you know, they playing around, so, you know, and then they caught me because where we come from, if you heard that skirt,
Something going on.
something going on. So out here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like the only person that's really looking at this. I'm laughing, I'm like, damn, this is crazy. But that's just some of the trauma that a lot of guys who come from prison, you know what I'm saying, that we go through. But the same trauma that we went through, you got trauma that you done went through. You know what I'm saying? When people do certain things, it brings out those trauma.
It brings out those traumas.
Triggers.
You know, it really is. It really is triggers. And it's just like, okay, y'all know this is my favorite part. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, da, da, da. So no, for real. When we talk about bringing out triggers, I like to go to the relationship part of things. And, you know, I still gotta give y'all a little busy with me. Okay, I gotta give y'all some flavor, but I'm going to the relationship part of things because, hey, you've been incarcerated since 16. You did all of this time, did all of these years. And I'm not just talking about a relationship with a woman. I'm just saying a relationship with family, with friends. You know, how does that look? Like, for me, being on this side of things, I understand that, and I love to see the brotherhood. They go to brunch, they just do things together. Okay, I'm gonna accidentally be in the spot. Okay, ladies, we gonna accidentally be in the spot. Okay, but yeah, I'm just like, I was going to Jasper's anyway. But what I'm trying to say, ladies, when I tell you, when God move, he move, right? I'm super independent. I never thought that I would, choose somebody with a past of a past of a past. But it's just like you hold yourself back. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. And I'm going to let them talk, 'cause this day show. But you hold yourself back when, we think a man's supposed to come with this, all of these things. But especially like money and this and that, right? And I say this to say that when God unlock you and you build such a foundation for yourself, you're not so much focused on, how they mess our mind up, right? When you find somebody that can truly balance you mentally, right? He'll take away from you and you can go out there and be great. You can be yourself, okay? Okay, you can just go out here and be yourself and say things on your podcast, that might not be so welcoming. But it's just like, this is sometimes a currency. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to push things out and have conversations. I want to always be myself. But I'm saying, don't miss your blessing because you think your man's supposed to come a certain type of way, okay? Understand that your plans is not God's plans and laugh at them. So how have you guys' relationships been? Like, all of this time gone, okay? Who's single? Who's not? Okay, how have that family relationship, that rebuilding, that all of that, how that's been?
I'm single. I don't, because my thing was this. I always believe this. After all that time in jail, for me to come and settle down with a woman would do a disservice to a woman.
Okay.
For the simple fact, I believe that it's a lot of things I want to do in life.
Pete, it's the hat for me. I can't.
Oh,
the hat is just throwing me off. The hat is throwing me off. But go ahead. Finish.
You gonna see this hat?
Go ahead.
I've been getting. Man just told me I had to pay double because I had my hat on.
No, for real. So go ahead. Go ahead. Come on. I'm taking this time. Go ahead.
But my thing is, I just didn't believe that. Like I was at that point in my life where though, but like I said, you meet that right person and it will bring forth, them commitment. I'm not a commitment phobia or nothing. I just haven't met that right person, and that's just how I believe. It's nothing against anyone who I dated or anything like that. It just my thoughts, and I believe like as a man. When I say as a man, I mean as a man who believe in ethics, morals, and principles. You know what I'm saying, and who gonna stand up for what's right. I don't believe that I should be in a relationship with someone knowing that if I see someone else, you know what I'm saying, I wind up starting messing with her. Now I'm doing a disservice to all the dudes who
you just gotta go through it to get to it, and it's not. Some people like that. Some people gotta go through it to get to it.
I just ain't met that right one.
And it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna say the best for last, but go ahead, Shannon.
I kind of agree with Pete.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. You don't want to do a disservice because a lot of women are already dealing with trauma, so you don't want to add on to the trauma that they're already dealing with. And those triggers. Because we have triggers too. One trigger lead to another trigger.
No, for real.
So you don't want to escalate the situation. But in regards to me, I'm single too, and but I'm looking for a relationship. But
let it find you, Shannon. Let it
He looking, but that's what he gonna do. He gonna let it find me. He ain't gonna be out here.
No, I mean that's what I enjoy.
He's not gonna settle first and foremost. Yeah. You ain't gonna never settle for anything.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, that man got A1 credit.
No,
I thought my credit was good.
Hey, ladies, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah,
we got one more person to go.
Yeah, you definitely.
All of us got A1.
No, on top of that,
A1 credit.
Shit, his credit better than mine. His credit better than mine.
Nah, you just
got bad credit. If you had a girl, you had. If you had bad credit,
yeah. Because I'm just thinking about. Nah, but I'm saying but that's good though. Like I don't carry no money around nothing because I got know what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is just like you guys really grew up in jail. I'm not gonna skip. I gotta let Craig.
No, yeah, go and speak about relationship. I want to hear this too.
I want to hear it too.
I'm definitely not single.
Okay.
I'm
well taken care of.
I'm well taken care of. Damn near married. I mean, my situation, like, I can speak for me. I was at a point in my life I just wanted to work on myself.
That's right.
And I found somebody, a friend, and one thing led to the other. It was just, and I understand where it always be like I wasn't looking. Even my future wife wasn't looking. And we just had conversations, and it wasn't never nothing on relationship with each other. Right. But I think then after me getting to know her, I said, damn, if I ever been in a relationship, I hope I find somebody like that. And not really shooting at her. You know what I'm saying? But one thing led to the other. And I think I was a great man when I met her. And I'm a greater man.
Shout out to her.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that girl there.
I'm a greatest man because she taught me a whole lot. Like I ain't had experience in a relationship. I had different experience with women when I was young and when I came home and it was different when I was young. I hung with some dudes around my way, all we known for getting money and having women. Exactly. But I was young. I wasn't getting money. But I hung with the money.
So you got the women.
I got the women like I was getting money. But when I came home, like I always been a good person. When I came home, it was just like so much hitting at me. And to be honest, I was catching it like baseball. But I just wanted something different. That's why I said I sat back and I wanted to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? I was going through things. I'm still going through things. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted something more. So I got tired of doing all that stuff. And I still wasn't looking. But just, man, it's just like this. When you find somebody and you connect with them, it's beyond
your control.
It's beyond that. And that's what I say, like, I appreciate the lady I got. And it's just more so, she bring out the best of me and without teaching me relationship. And it's crazy because she been through a whole lot.
You can talk forever. Look, I know.
This what I'm gonna say, right? She been through a whole lot, right? But and one thing I told myself, once when I made that commitment to her, I would never add towards what she been through, no matter what go on.
Okay, so we go. Look, I gotta cut Honey off. Okay, look, so this is my coming out party. Okay, because I don't post and I don't do all of that. But as I close out the season or whatever, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of hearts are broke. I know, but it is what it is.
They know you signed the death row.
What? Nah, this the shit. This is exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why you don't come out. Cause soon as you come out, that's. But listen, guys, I really wanted to talk about that because if I don't want I want women to know that, you can design something or you can let go and let God. This journey I've been on, in the past 6 weeks, it's just, from losing my grandmother to just discovering myself, going to Chicago, and I'm speaking in front of people, and it's easy for you guys to see me on a podcast. I could do this, but to be standing up, some of my fears, I was born with a slight thing of cerebral palsy, so I fight with like my walk and how I walk and being cross-eyed, that surgery. Look at God, okay? God healed me from the inside out. He worked on me. So it was just like, he didn't even let me see my outer beauty. So I never really understood why people was mean to me, why people treated me a certain type of way, because I never see my outer layer. But what God helped me understand is that they gonna see you or they not gonna see you, right? So meaning that he gonna hide you or he gonna reveal you, right? And now that he has healed me in this area, because you always getting ready to get ready, I understand that everybody not gonna see me. And I'm so protective of me that even though I haven't been incarcerated, I can understand Honey. I can understand you guys. I can understand it because you don't even need to be around the crowd. You don't need to be around in certain circles. I don't seek validation outside of me. I can validate me. I can sit with God, you know. So it's just like I'm really on this journey, guys. So I really, as the Busy With Bee show grow, it's just about motivation, inspiration. You know, I want to bring the stories. I want to just, I don't know, man. Look, I'm just on a path. I'm just letting God order my steps. Okay, we coming to the end of the Busy With Bee show, so that's why I had to just drop the mic. Boom! I had to drop the mic.
Let me say
But
one
go ahead,
thing.
Pete.
Let me say one thing.
Go ahead, Pete.
Because what you just said, I just want to say this, and this another reason why I kind of like I love being single. People take my demeanor, my disposition as like I'm conceited or I'm just into myself. It's not that. I just like I believe in myself, and I'm not gonna settle for anything, and I don't give a fuck what nobody think or say about me, because like you say, I validate myself, and that's what I be trying to get my mentees to understand, my youth to understand.
It's
like,
nothing like, it's self-love. So let me tell you this, and let me say this. Look, I done came out tonight, okay? The most attractive thing, once you went through everything that you went through, like I'm on the other side of things, you know, I've been in relationships where people didn't value me, and I was seeking so much validation, you know, outside of me, from my family, from the man I chose. I want y'all to hear that, right? Because what I'm saying is, like, when God chooses, right, you have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And since Honey went, you know, as we close out the show, since he went into it just a little bit, I'm just going to say that I was fighting against everything. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, I'm busy with me. Look, in my mind, you know, I might as well be Beyonce status. But I'm just saying, like, when we was going through transitions, we'd just show up for each other. It was nothing. He was moving. I was like, okay. You know, I was home during COVID. I was richer than I ever been. I had all these stacks and stacks. I was rich. I had food stamps, okay? But I never experienced this because I forget all about this stuff because that's not how I live. You know what I'm saying? But I was taking advantage of the opportunities. And I was like, okay, bam, I met him, boom. He said he moving. All right, hey, let's go to the grocery store. Go, yeah, get whatever you want. It's like a shopping spree. You might as well be on the commercial, riding the car. But it was just a fun thing. And then he was in community stuff, the stuff that I was into. And then when I first met him, I talked to him for like 2 hours of just about life. And he just listened. And mind you, I drink, he don't drink. So
What time was that?
He listening to my listening to my drunk rant for out. It was about 2:12, whatever. I don't know, 3 in the morning. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying to say is that when God move or when like it's activated in you, you don't have no control over that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for you to pick, Pete, and like it's gonna show up just the way it needs, Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say that to say because we ain't perfect. It's over a year and a half later. You know what I'm saying? We not perfect. We go through things. I'm more vocal. Obviously, you see I'm more vocal. Okay, he more like, nah, don't nobody need to know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be wanting people to help, like, him see my perspective because I don't always feel like, but it's my trauma that reels up that I'm like, you don't hear me, and then I shut down, and he don't understand that. Nothing is perfect. But when God show up, you will just allow him to show up. Like even me just saying this and he don't even know I'm going through this right now. I'm like, damn, did I just say too much? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I want to always be myself with everything I do. And baby, we having a moment on the show. I'm sorry. But it's just like, yeah, like everything is work. You know what I'm saying? So
let me say that I'm happy for him. I really am happy for him. I've seen him. You know what I mean? One of my closest friends since I've been out here. I'm definitely happy for you. I've seen, like you say, that transition from him doing him to being with you and actually being sincere. And what he have, that's what a lot of us we want. And like you say,
I just want to get to that point.
When God, you will, and God, you don't have no control over it. Go ahead, Shannon.
Like you say, when God choose the time, I guess we will find the right person, But I'm just happy for y'all. Can't wait to the wedding. I don't want to put my man under the gun, but he said it first. I didn't say it.
Go to the justice of peace, man. Let's have a big reception.
Yeah, man. And Yeah, man, I'm
she
happy.
looked at me like, who the hell are you talking? I know you talking to me.
I'm just saying, like that. I've been there. I done. No, I haven't never been married, but I'm saying I don't want. I like. Look, let me get in the dress. You see all of this fine.
No, but that's why you want to have a reception.
I know what she want, and I feel like what she want is different from what she deserve. What she deserve is way more than what she want. Yeah, so I'm gonna give her what she deserve. I ain't gonna give her what she want. I'm gonna go beyond and give her what she deserves.
But anyway, guys, look.
Lady right there.
Look, when I tell you, hold up, look, I got to shift a little bit. But when I tell you guys, like, yes, I never let you guys see and peek into the back story of my life. I always, because even with my kids or my mom, anything that I love and I value, I don't put on social media because that is when the demise and people try to come in and say this and say that, bring up shit that happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. None of that matters. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it close to me because and if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And if you like it, like, so no, it just means so much to me. So I just keep it sacred. But guys, this is a series, okay? She, who, me, is doing things behind the scenes to, you know, I just want to see me continue to grow as a Loving and Free network, okay? Buzy will be network. I'm going to figure out my relationship with, you know, how I'm moving forward. But this was the last show as of this year, 2022. Okay. Phoenix, I wanted to dedicate the last hour to Phoenix Warrior. I gave her an assignment. Okay, she was behind the scenes. She was supposed to, like, I was like, Phoenix, put together a show. Like, thinking I could surprise her. So I wanted to surprise her. Let's talk the investment that she has made and Buzy will be in my brand. And helping uncover the woman that's in me. You got to allow God to move. And when God take things and replace things, and when you wait on him, like a lot of people don't know, like I waited on the relationship because I had to heal. So even though he was going through his stuff, when he came home, he was only home like 3 years. I was celibate. You know what I'm saying? I was working on myself, never knowing that God was going to align. You know, my relationships mean so much to me. Like, and I know a lot of times in my speaking engagement, I realize, and I'm closing up, I don't have to really close up the show in a rush, but I'm winding down, okay? But my speaking engagement with that I went on in Chicago, right, I realized, like, a lot of times people can get locked up on how I look on the outside, but my heart is pure, right? But God surrounds me with people that protects me, from him to her. Like, the good girlfriends, like, they don't play. But I understand my love, too, because I'm just a giver. And I understand how I protect and how I don't need confirmation. I don't need certain things. What I'm saying is, thank you, Phoenix. This part was for you. You know what I'm saying? This, you know, if I couldn't give you anything, I see everything you're trying to do, everything you're going to do. Try is not a word. This is your time. This is your season going into 2023. You're going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me to show up, I'm going to show up. You know what I'm saying? We continue. Buzy will be with Phoenix Warrior. We do that too. It's open.
Shout out to Phoenix.
Shout out to Phoenix, okay? I'm going on to continue my journey as motivational speaking, as podcaster, as entrepreneur, you know, and bring it. Look, it's some great things coming in 2023. Yep. Author, okay? So it's just, no, for real. It's just like some great things coming. But guys, This is a series. This don't stop here. So I just like to thank you. My one question, as I close out the show, since I found a way to make it about Buzy. Listen, the one thing that you would tell your younger self, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it all over again, right? But you guys are mentors. You guys work in the community. You guys are out there. I mean, what is one thing, as we close out the show, that you would tell that younger self of yourself?
I know with me, it's a book that I read called Man's Search for Meaning. In the
Talking
book,
to Mike.
It's a book I read called Man's Search for Meaning. That's one of my favorite books. And he say inside of the book, he say every second, every minute, every hour, you always have a choice in every matter. That's something that I truly believe in. I would have told my younger self that you always got a choice no matter what may happen. Because we grow up believing if certain things happen, this is how you're supposed to respond. And by us growing up believing those things, even the stuff when our mother told us somebody hit you, you hit them back. We always respond. We just basically like robots. We gonna respond the way our environment teaches. But you always have a choice, and that's something that I've always told my younger self. You always got a choice in every matter.
Choose to be happy.
I would tell my younger self to, like you say, believe in yourself and take advantage of your education. Education is very, very important. The right education, anyway. Make sure that you take advantage of that education. And in closing, I would like to say anything that bring you peace, anything that bring you joy, value it. Value it.
Love it.
I like to tell my younger self, just pay attention, listen. Like China said, focus on your education, and just ask questions, man. Ask questions. Don't be a follower unless it's something positive, and don't never say you're not enough. Always seek the truth and just continue to be the best you could be.
I think he stole my words, but okay. Guys, like I said, it's going to be a couple of weeks. Rip Radio Network is changing over. Did you guys come up with, I want to shout you out right now.
Yeah, it's a secret, but it's a catch to the secret, to the name.
It's a catch to the secret to the name, so I can't shout him out tonight, okay? But, hey, I can't look. We got Phoenix coming up. Let's talk. I can shout her out. Okay. I wanted, like I said, her guest is in the studio, right? I say put together a show. I never told her what it was or whatever. Again, I want to show a picture of my grandmother right now. I know I sent it to the studio. I lay her to rest. This show has totally been dedicated to her, and I'm going to say this, because I may not be able to say it at the funeral tomorrow, but I've been going through so many lessons, right? So this is my 2 minutes, and then Phoenix is taking over the show. But I've been going through so many lessons over the last several weeks. I lost my grandmother on Thanksgiving. So that call that came at 1 o'clock in the morning, she passed away at almost 5 o'clock in the morning. But I say this to say that we all feel like she's mine. She's mine. My grandmother raised me. So as a grandkid, I grew up in the 80s. So, my mom, most of my aunts, they was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say that we all feel like we pieces of her, right? One body, one God. That's going to be my message, because we all been just fighting for just to show up. I'm just saying, rest in peace, Grandma. I love you. Thank you for building such a foundation that I can even sit on the podcast. Like, whatever I've been through to get here in this journey, but I can sit on this podcast. Then I can look at my sisters. My sisters, they breaking so many. Shout out to IKEA, Realtor First, in the community, Cure the Streets. Doing your thing, Women in Heels, just doing your thing. The first female entrepreneur in that way to get that grant, okay? So what you're doing is just great. Breaking generational curse. My sister, my oldest sister, shout out to Shamika. Like, it's not even about me, right? But shout out to Shamika. Just like, love you. Like, love you for doing my hair, teaching me how to do everything I needed to do. Like, you were the mom. You were everything you needed to do. And bomb. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the curses that we broke. And Shout out to my cousin Sharita. This is just a time. Just give me one more minute, okay? Shout out to you for raising us and whooping us and doing all of that. Scaring me to death, okay? Doing everything you needed to do to, like, put us on this path, but just really helping to mold us. And all my aunts. Everybody wonder why I make the best pancakes in the world. My Aunt Brenda showed me that. Like, so I'm just saying, like, we are all pieces of grandma. We are all one body, one mind. As we lay her to rest tomorrow, let's just be a family. Nothing else matters but just laying her to rest. And this is the last thing, because I didn't say nothing about my mom, okay?
That's one of my favorite people in the world.
Let me tell you. I cannot close out this show without saying something about my best friend, right? And my mom wasn't perfect, but as you become a woman, you realize, like, and I was able to watch my grandmother take her last breath, and I really truly realized that nothing else matters, right? My mom is everything she need to be, and she show up for her grandkids in a way that I'm so grateful for. I got a life in the way that I have a life. I can go to Chicago. I can just show up at this podcast. I can do whatever because my mom. And I'm just in a moment of just appreciating and receiving and just like, thank you. I love you, mommy. Like, you are my best. Like, you've been the most consistent thing in my life. You know, it doesn't matter what you did when you was running. Yeah. Y'all got it. So I'm going to reveal the speech, okay? I ain't killing them off. But, Mom, I love you so much. I'm so grateful to still have you in 2022, 1957, 2022. I mean, that's just a story all in itself. I love you. You my best friend, most consistent thing in the world. And as we lay your mom to rest tomorrow, I mean, thank you for sharing her with us, because if it had not been for you, where would I be? So as I close out this segment of the show, okay, I get to welcome my girl, Phoenix. Okay, let's talk. She will be up in less than probably 2 minutes, okay? Peace.
The cell molds you. The cell scolds you. More than likely, the cell will fold you as it engulfs you in its bear-like arms, squeezing the life out of you.
I can't remember ever wanting to be anything. I can't say I want to be a fireman. I couldn't say I want to be a lawyer, a police officer, any of those things.
I used to always say I wanted to be a scientist, but I didn't really see no path to it. In my environment, I ain't seen anyone that was a scientist. I just seen the drug dealers and the people that's doing violence.
Cause I never really had none of them type of inspirations of being anyone but just fighting and robbing. You know, back then, that's what you did. You fought. I was like the little fighter from Lincoln Heights, no matter where I went.
Oh, man. This is crazy, man, to be back in this place. When was the last time you was down here?
Last time I was down here is like 1989. That's where I grew up at, right here in this apartment right here. I caught my case in this building right here. And that's funny, because I never been back around here since that day. I was a youth, and like, this is what is expected of me, you know. If you do certain things, it was like, if you disrespect me, this is what I'm supposed to do. But in between that is a choice. You always have a choice in every matter, no matter what. But you know, when you young, you don't know that.
They thought they buried us, but really they were only planting seeds. From fertile concrete, we blossom into solid oak trees instead of old weathered weeds. Redemption. We used the time to be thankful for the opportunity to get to know ourselves. We grew from knuckleheads into the men the world said we could never be. Redemption.
I mean, I know what I owe. I know that when I was young, selling drugs, and I ain't care about it at the time, I ain't look at it at the time, so I know I had an effect on some of those lives, some of the kids that's still around there now, so I definitely know what I owe. And we could just help one or two, it's a blessing, you know, because we weren't expected to even be out here.
In the end, we turned out to be Tower Men. Redemption.
Learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make mistakes that I made. I did 30 years so you don't have to do 30 years. You got a 200-300 layers of experience that's coming home from all these different neighborhoods. Let's use them. They're like pawns on a chess game. You know, let's push these pawns where so we could try to stop some of this violence that's going on in DC.
Y'all, so before I introduce my guest that is sitting up here with me, I miss y'all. I know y'all miss me, of course. But, you know, I haven't been on in a while. Actually, I have been on with my girl Buzy on Tuesdays. But as far as Let's Talk, haven't been on in a while, working behind the scenes. Big things coming. Y'all definitely coming. I do want to give some shout-outs. I want to give shout-out to IG as always, everyone reposting the flyers. You know, the support is real all the time. You know, I get DMs and some more. You know, shout out to Undergo Creation. She got some things going on right now for a holiday 360 boost. So y'all make sure y'all go out and follow her and make sure y'all reach out if y'all need that 360. You know, as far as everything else in life, you guys, don't think because y'all see me, you know, I do be popping on IG, you know, I really do, but just because y'all see that side of me or y'all see, you know, the party side, don't think that the struggle is not there, because it definitely is. I make it look good. You don't wear that shit. You get what I'm saying? So everything that I have going on right now, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to the future with my girl Buzy, who just got back. She come join us up here if she would like. But definitely I'm looking forward to big things, and y'all look forward from that from me as well too. Okay, so my guests that y'all see sitting up here with me, y'all, this is not the first, second, third time y'all have seen them. These fellas, these gentlemen, they are, and when I say gentlemen, I say gentlemen, they have been a big support, a really big support when it comes down to Let's Talk Phoenix, period. I want to introduce them as my brothers, and that's why I played the song Family, because, these are not friends. These are family. When I call them without me even saying, I got to explain myself, I might get cut off, or I might just get I'm there. So shout out to them, Blunt Rap Entertainment. I want to give a shout out to you guys. Y'all are like very big supporters when it come down to Let's Talk. Buzy with B, you guys. And look, she came to the party, right? I had it was a podcasting that I did, like a party, like y'all know I like to have fun. And when she came in, she was the only other female, but she just vibed with them. Everybody was networking, and from there it was up. Next thing you know, I saw stepping them in the studio. I was like, hey, it was a support for me, okay? So, yes, that's what I mean. These are brothers, Skip. Matter of fact, I'm going to let them go ahead and introduce themselves. So, go ahead and start.
Oh, yeah, I'm 1/3 of
Speaking
Blunt
of
Rap Entertainment. I'm 1/3 of Blunt Rap Entertainment, Skip. Best believe you know it. What's up?
Yeah.
I heard your name a lot.
Okay.
The Blunt Rap Capo, Eski, and if you don't know, Eski stands for Everyday Seek Knowledge Immediately.
Definitely, okay. And
the People's Champ, Step. My brother made me come up with acronyms. He made me know how important. So STEP means strength through extreme pain.
Okay, definitely. So you guys see who we got here. We got the three fellas. And let me give a story behind each of them actually really quick. So Skip, I'm going to leave you for last. But I'm going to start with Skip is the one that introduced me to them. Sure. And, I forgot what was I looking for? It was guest.
Music for the streets.
Yeah, music. So you guys know Music of the Streets, whereas on Let's Talk, the segment is Music of the Streets, where I interview DMV rappers or entertainers, and whereas though he introduced me to them, and it was like the first person I rushed out to Step, and he said, you know what, no, not me, I got somebody else that you can go ahead and interview. He introduced me to Lola, and then I interviewed her first, and then it was Eski, and then it was yes, it is. And then it was Step. And then, with Skip. First of all, congratulations on the baby girl. Congratulations. Girl, first child. I know you're going to spoil her. But I'm so proud of you. I'm very proud of you, Skip. My music, my intro music, Skip is the one that created that for me. That's him, rapping. Skip is always there. I can call him anytime, text him, he there. I'll be like, man, I ain't got nobody to go party, but you wanna go? You like, yeah, we gonna party together. This is my brother, and I'm so proud of you to see you. I know how you are with your nieces, with all the kids actually, and for you to be, now a father, you got your little princess. I'm very, very proud of you. Very proud of you. So shout out to you.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
Know the pain you be going through, you still be going through it.
Definitely. We got way to well,
I was just listening to one of your songs where you mentioned you a Phoenix warrior, like two.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Okay.
Humble too long.
Okay. Yes, please send that to me because I'm about to crank that. Okay.
All platforms right now.
Yes. Okay. Definitely. So I wanted to hear you guys' new ventures. Y'all got a lot of things going. I've been seeing y'all post back to back. The three gentlemen. Like I hear the music. I'm like. Okay, something new. So yes, please. What y'all got going on?
Right now, we got a song that's out called Three Wise Men, featuring Eski, Val Skip, and myself.
Do we got a copy for the studio?
Yeah.
Where's that?
What I got, send a link or something to someone?
No, we need the link. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Three Wise Men. I produced the record.
Okay.
God just great because everything happened for a reason. Sometimes I love listening to just all type of music. So sometimes when I'm making beats, I gotta get challenged. So I remember hitting a good gas with the blunt rap capo, and sometimes we'd just listen to music and just study. And this particular day, he was like, "Man, let's study '90s R&B." So I'm getting excited. So we probably do a little shuffle. It was Jodeci. So we studied the classic Forever My Lady album.
Okay.
Studied it up and down, even the songs that's not so popular. But we came across a particular song, and we was like, bro, we gotta go to the studio right now. And that's how the beat came along.
Okay. Okay.
And I feel like as far as creating a song, it's just always chemistry, you know what I'm saying? It's good energy. Like,
absolutely.
Like, you know, we get in, like, even if we don't write around each other, it's like it's gonna come together somehow, some way, you know what I'm saying? So me and bro had already, like, cause we was already in the mix, so we had already cooked the song up, you know what I'm saying? It was already cooked up. But of course it's like, man, Skip, but y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, crush this joint. Bro was like, man, I gotta skip on this joint. So, and I had said his name in the verse anyway, so it was like it went perfect for real. So the song was already cooked up as far as me and bro, but then once Skip got on it, that was really like the icing on the cake, like because this was the first song with all of us on it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what make it kind of big too, like, you know, we all got music, but this was the first like official song with all of us on it.
Okay.
And the way it came out, for me, it was like solidified, like, all right, yeah, it's really on now, you know what I'm saying? Especially with bro on the beat, like that's really like cooked all the way up from the ground up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just us, and it came out like crispy. So it's just the beginning of a tsunami, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like we
tsunami,
about to just,
I love the word you choose.
we about to just flood for real, you know what I'm saying? It's just because we in a certain zone right now, all the way around the board, like from not just creating it, but like you said, with the posting, just the element of really getting it out here and in front of the people too. So
definitely the promotion
yeah,
as well too.
It's key.
What about you, Skip?
Yeah, and with him making the beat and with his intellect on the song as well, it made it easy for me. Once I heard it, I was like, shit, I'm gonna just go behind my bros. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of easy for me to come up with a certain type of tone, type of flow. 'Cause that shit is important. You can't just come up with any words and shit and expect that shit to sound good. You gotta make sure your tone and your flow is good as well.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
So with everything that's out there, right? And Steph, I want to rename him and everything. You know, I got a certain love for him, but you know, with everything going on in the music and everything, do you guys bring, you know, what type of music do you bring? What type of message do you bring? Like,
hold on, brothers. I got this. I want to say that we come with anything that you can think of, you know, because I smack you if you say we conscious rappers. Not in that box. Don't put us in that box. We talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And my brothers will tell you.
Yeah, I've been saying stuff. Can I say stuff?
Yeah.
Doing his thing, like really showing up, popping up, doing all of that, you know. And one thing I really enjoy, like, I haven't got to, you know, interview with you and know your partner next to you. Can't even say his name because he don't
Eski.
But I really appreciate everything you brought to this Busy with Me show.
Nah, Eski be showing up.
No, what I'm saying is that it's just a different connection.
I'm here.
So it's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's just the love that I had for my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate everything that, you know, y'all family, so he's brought to the Busy with B show, and his intellect, I fell in love with from day one when I met him.
I just want to interject real quick, just to piggyback off your question. The song Three Wise Men, that's what we bring, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So beyond just like you said, the music, we really intellectual mentally. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't even really just speaking to the just the music of it, because like bro said, we can give you the dance, we can give you the street, we can give you, you know, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? But for us, when we cooking up, it's soul food. You know what I'm saying?
It's soul food.
So that's what we bring. You know what I'm saying?
And then the song was so inspirational in itself. We was like, we gonna display something that the people not really hip to, because we study, and we've been talking about it probably at the beginning of the year. Me and E, we was like, you know what, bruh? We gonna bring it back to where they was selling music out the trunk. We just gonna do it digitally. So people be like, what do y'all mean digitally? We mean we don't need Spotify or Apple Music. No disrespect to them. I'm just gonna be real. We local artists that until we planted so many seeds locally that all we got, it's easy. For us to really just elevate to the next level, we have to elevate our status. Soon as hometown see us not here, then they'll be able to support us, not in secret. We don't take it to heart. We know the game. Even Jesus had to leave. So once we leave, we made it. It's simple. So we don't really make money off of Spotify and stuff like that, because let's just be real. We don't have that fan base like the artists that's major. But what we do, we got the people. So what we did, we put Three Wise Men on our website, and we had a campaign. 300 downloads by January 1st, and we keeping everything in three. Three Wise Men, 300 downloads, and the price of the song is $3, or you got the option to pay what you want. And right now, the equivalent to 300 downloads sold is like 1,000. Some people think, oh, just 1,000, but to a person like me who just creating an idea, we basically didn't hit the mark. So we appreciate all the people that took out the time to click the link, purchase it, because that's what we doing. We slanging music out the trunk with it. We supreme hustlers.
Facts.
We created, that was just off an idea. We made $1,000 off of an idea. You know, shout out to people that really purchased the music. So that's what Three Wise Men inspired me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Definitely. I love it all. And that's what makes you guys. I've interviewed a few people so far, whereas though, like, all the music artists, they have their own, like, their own type of way they do it. But even listening to the radio, all the music sound the same to me. You know, like, even the artists, when they even singing, they sound the same to me. I can go back, 90s was the best. That's when they had the best music, okay? And I love that time where as though, you know, we can, especially slow music, love music, freak meat. You know, we used to have freak meats back in the day, you know, things like that. Like, that was also, that was back that time. Even though, you know, I wasn't that time to party, but the music, that's what I'm speaking of.
Adina Howard.
Yeah, like, it's just the music that I'm speaking about. But listening to you guys' music, there is a difference. It does not sound the same as everyone else. And like Skip said, you guys can do any type of music. And, you know, it's not just, most of the time I'm listening to the beat. I'm a person where as though the beat gotta catch me first, versus I don't hear the words, I hear the beat. But when you actually listen to a song where you can have the beat and the words all flow, that, you know, I be in the car sometimes like, oh Lord. Yeah, it hit the, you know, but sometimes, you know, when we get in a dark place, like everyone gets that time when they get in a dark place, whereas though there is maybe a song or some type of way you get through some things. And sometimes I'm playing some dark music, not even like dark music per se, but it's just because of the beat. And where it just gets me to a point where as though it's just like, okay, or I get to a point where I'm hearing a softer song, you know, now I'm going to gospel. I know where to go to, where that's one song that I'm going to listen to that I'm just going to be crying. So everyone has that. But I love how you guys can put, because all three of you guys are very intelligent, and you always, you have a writer, producer, this person doing this person, can just flow. They tell me to write music, and I'm just gonna have that. Sometimes, you could just freestyle like that. I can't be the one to go in the booth and say, matter of fact, I cannot say I can't.
Right.
That's not what I have mastered.
Yeah.
Right? That's not my thing. But I definitely can write. So when it comes down to it, I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys' work. I know how you guys, and most of the time I will say this, when you have, singing groups or rap groups and things, they don't always last, right? But you guys, like, I mesh. It's like, it's a vibe. Ain't nobody's like rowdy to the point where as though you gotta be, it's always that one you gotta always look out for and calm down. Everyone can look out for each other. Definitely you can all look out for each other and be like, but I just want to do that interview part. I do want to throw this in a mix though. Cause I wouldn't be me, I wouldn't be Phoenix if I don't do that, right? So I do want to ask you guys a question. And the question is that, even though, okay, so first of all, I know you're in a relationship. Shout out to your woman. Hey, girl. Skip, as well too. Not sure your situation yet, but listen, I do want to ask this question. When you are dating, when you are in a relationship, do you still date? How important is dating to you?
Oh, you talking about like?
Do you take?
I
her
think I
out?
get the question. Yeah.
Do you take her out? Like, being in a relationship is not just where as though we in the house, or do y'all go out? Do y'all do things together? Do you take her to the movies? How important is dating to you?
I feel like it's very important. You know what I'm saying? When you in a relationship, you can't really focus on, individual wants, needs, attributes, things of that nature. I feel like you gotta, take in consideration your partner and how they think about things and feel about things and view things, especially like if you got different backgrounds to a certain extent, how you came up, how you might, your partner might come up with the, marriage family for 20 years and you come up with, mom dudes that might had a few, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think it's about adjusting and compromising, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I do feel like it's important, but I also feel like women don't always think about the real bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. And I can't tell you. I mean, I'm a man, so I know how I think.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you as far as dealing with a man. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
but
and I'm gonna pause you real quick, right? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because it's most of the time, it's just me and Buzy, right?
Yeah.
And we be having conversations and we don't have a male point of view. So I asked this question about dating because I knew she was going to jump in, right? But it's just the fact that I really wanted to know, like, how you guys felt being in a relationship is just, dating. To me, I want you to date me. I don't want to just always be in the house. I always want to be like, I'm just going out with my girls or my friends. Like, we going, let's hang out together. Like, that's building another part. So you made a comment just now, and then you right, because you are a man and that is your point of view.
Yeah.
Right, definitely. But I'm not gonna get there yet. Let me get to step.
I'm gonna shift it to Skip. I'm gonna hear what Skip has to say.
Yeah, I think the piggyback off of what Ski said, it's important to date when you're in a relationship with someone to make sure it stays spicy, But what I do personally, I send my girl out by herself. Hey, leave me and the baby. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yo, I'm tired of us. Tired of seeing us.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be tired of seeing you.
Okay.
I want the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So we do that every Tuesday. So every Tuesday she got the morning.
Mm-hmm.
She leave. She come back, and I got the evening. Like it's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that's why you out. Okay, I was like, okay, he made it through today. Okay, now we can come to you.
Am I doing too much from behind the scenes?
No, you good.
Okay.
I'm not in a relationship, but I could still give you what I think.
Steph,
Okay.
We doing
And
find you a
nah,
man.
God got sent. God
what?
got sent. I can't trust humans no more.
Right.
But I've been in a relationship, so it ain't like I ain't familiar with it. I think once it's a discussion, then it's a problem in the relationship. I think if you in a relationship and that's your partner and y'all enjoy each other, I just think y'all gonna create activity. I know whenever I was dealing with a woman that I really enjoyed their company, I damn near wanted her to do everything with me. I gotta go record. Can you record with me? And I'm willing to sacrifice and do stuff because I just think it's the person.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But I do understand also what Iski said. Right then and there, it's like we got to get to a point between man and woman. If we point something out, like how bro said, he doesn't believe women understand. How did he word it? You said the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is the
Before
bigger
we
picture?
get to pulling out the knife, we have to listen. And I give you what I mean. I've had it. Everybody that know me know about the great Mommy Red. I've had situations where I'm telling Mommy Red, this is all I have. Now, I don't know in her brain, she already got it in her brain. I got you. So she want my love to be proven by saying, I'm willing to go to zero for you. You get what I'm saying? I'm a man. She has to recognize that the man in me has to take care of myself. I shouldn't have to prove.
I like what you just said.
I shouldn't have to go to zero. But guess what? She taught me something, though. I'll never forget. I don't want to talk too much, but it was 2009. I don't know about the relationship stuff at this time for real. This was like my first. So her birthday came, and I had nothing planned for her. But I didn't know how serious this shit was. So she you don't got shit planned? Like, she went crazy to the point where I had to lie, like, oh, calm down. But I'm thinking. And then I made a choice that day. I said, Mommy Red, in my untouched, it was a particular, like, all the money I had, because I was just coming home. I said, this is all the money I got. F it. We could do everything. And I was waiting for her to be like, nah, you ain't got to do it. She was with it. But that was the best memory I ever created with her. And as you can see, I might have spent all the money that day, but I'm still alive. I'm still blessed. God was testing me, and I passed the test. I showed sacrifice.
Absolutely.
So us men sometimes, we have to show sacrifice. And then if we show sacrifice at the right time, a woman is going to bow when we tell them this is not the time.
They're going to submit. Yeah.
And it ain't even no explaining.
Yeah.
But a person like me, I done messed up so many times. When I was, I'm talking that good shit, but when I was living it, I was doing so much dirt that when it was time for me I couldn't, you see what I'm saying? So we got to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Sacrifice, and then they gonna understand when it's no, and it's no explaining.
Okay. You see, I'm quiet because normally I be talking trash. Okay.
The fact that he's coming into his own. Cause I got my girl back, even though I'm back here. The fact that you coming into your own, like a lot of times, one of the things I face is that as women, we don't understand a man's feelings. Like men got feelings too. So that, I done been hit with that. Like I always want somebody to cater to how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And he gotta bow down to how I feel. But he hurting too. He got feelings too. So coming from a community where I'm from and where we're from, most of us, It's just understanding that he got feelings too. You know what I'm saying? So learning how to, like, we gotta validate each other, but respect each other too. It's more about respect. And I know all the ways you can love a person, but is love really enough?
No,
Fuck about that.
Yeah, love isn't. But that's what
That's
that
a good
was
question.
posing.
That's what she
because
told me.
that
That's a
was-
good
that
question.
was not posed because that was my next thing on what I was asking, right? Because you can date, right? You can date, you could be in a relationship, you know, whatever the case may be. But a lot of times I've been noticing that relationships has just been about just to, you know, the adjusting that we got going on right now, money. Financially is the thing that most of the people are staying together for. Living in the same home, barely having sex, barely talking to each other, barely having a relationship, living in misery because of financial, you know, the way how the world is set up right now. Shit. Gas, yes. Gas is expensive as hell. You know, rent, a 1-bedroom over $1,000 and something now. So now, you know, that they are having the way how the world is set up. You got a lot of relationships set up just the way how the world's set up. Fucked up. Okay? And that's the real truth. Okay, so right now you have how that is being, you know, adjusted. So I like when that was just said, because now we adjusting, we managing. It's toleration. How much can I tolerate you? Relationship is based on toleration, anyways.
Is it?
It is.
See, that's
it is.
I feel
But
like
some
it do.
of it is of toleration, because if you cannot tolerate, you can.
Any type of
Yeah,
relationship
it's
is
based
built
on toleration. Because if I cannot tolerate you, you will not be in my presence.
It don't matter
I'm saying, how
what
do
it
you even
is.
get to the point of toleration?
Because it's worldly relationships.
I'm coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to go because I love her and I don't want to interrupt her footage for later. So which way should I go? This way?
Probably this way over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Damn. Look at, I'm telling y'all, it's something about this rap. That thing is not sharing it with me, so I share with. Yeah, we share with the world. Ooh,
So, you know, yes, it is. What were you saying about toleration? Somebody was saying.
Oh, I was saying that it doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. It's always built on tolerance. Like, you gotta have like a tolerance for even a friendship. Like, all right, if this nigga come in here, I can't bring him in here if I know he gonna come in here and who is this nigga? Can't do
Absolutely.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or it's like how he's saying the friendship deal with tolerance. Like a person, you know, you got love for them and all that, but you not gonna take them certain places, or you not gonna have them around certain people because you can only tolerate them to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
But that don't mean you gonna just write them off. You get what I'm saying? So.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I think that be with a lot of
He
relationships
don't
for real,
have
for
Luka
real.
Broski for what he needed
Is
him
it
for.
boundaries?
It's always boundaries, but it's always, that's just my way of thinking. And a lot of times, and I'm gonna say this on camera because y'all know I ain't got no shame.
Thank you.
But you know, a lot of times men say, you know, I got a lot of, I'm masculine ways. You know, I think like that. I think off bucks that a lot
you my boyfriend.
relationships relationships is based on toleration. If I cannot tolerate you, I'm not gonna fake the funk that I can. Now, and I'm gonna tell you on that note, just like what you said. Wait a minute, what you said. I can tolerate you to a certain point. Right, and just like you said, I may can tolerate you in my home, just me and you, nobody else knowing what we got going on, right? And then I got the one where that's the one I bring out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can tolerate you because you know how to handle yourself around people. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the one where I might be like, that's just the one I just want, you know, chill with. So it all depends on the tolerance. Like, I get what you were saying about that too, but I'm just being real about that.
But I don't
See, women like her is needed. Because a lot of women that act like that's just men.
Nah, yeah. Yeah.
We the only ones that got somebody on the side.
No, it's definitely
It's the world.
But we don't talk about it. Like we
don't talk about it either. Women find out.
No, that's the whole thing. Like you don't know what honesty would do. Like honesty.
Honesty will have you alone.
No, honesty.
Not all the
You
time.
know the right person.
Not all the time.
I promise you.
Not all the time.
No, if you be honest, you'll be surprised.
Not with men.
I just had a situation weeks ago where we grew up together, we did everything together, but it was just like if he could have created a space that was safe. I'm like it's always somebody where people try to run back to after they get their heart broken or whatever. But it's just about honesty. Let a woman choose. Like the best thing you can ever give a person is honesty.
Man is always
because like even if you gonna lose us anyway, if you lie, you gonna lose. And you know what I'm saying? You tell the truth, you got a chance. Like you be like, oh really, nigga? Like you might make a person might want to step.
Am I wrong if I say
also,
if you lie, you got a chance?
But listen.
Nah.
What I will say is this: I can dish all the time. I could definitely dish it, right? But sometimes, as a woman, I still am an emotional person. So if you tell me back what I don't want to hear, it's like I am contradicting. Right, I am, but I'm one of those who gonna tell you I may be contradicting, but I still feel this way. You know what I mean? Because it's not always right. It ain't always right on my part.
So is that
neither.
Selfishness?
It is selfishness a little bit.
And you gotta hurt to be selfish. I don't know why.
Oh my goodness, they
you taught us not to be selfish.
No, it is selfishness. It definitely is. But that's why I'm glad that I have you three men because I have all three different. I have like y'all agree, but then to disagree, if that makes sense, because y'all said it in different ways.
It's about what people want. If people want you gotta think everybody. God give wisdom to whom He please. Some people are blessed enough to know their purpose, and the person that know their purpose, they willing to be homeless out here before they play the role just to be. But then look at this certain people out here that's not thinking like that. It's cold as shit outside. Yeah. And they don't got too many people to pick from because this is a messed up world. Yeah. So they're settling. They doing what you say. How much can I tolerate? This nigga is paying half. You know what I'm saying? I could, like you said, I got him on the side that I don't bring out anyway. And he could pay half, even though I hit this nigga once every month. Fuck it, he'd pay half. I did. You see what I'm saying? But like I said one time, I was doing a show with Buzy. We was having a conversation. I was saying I believe people got to start really seeking to fall in love with the people's soul. Anybody that's trying to soul connect, they're not even talking from a point of surviving. I got to get with this one because of the money.
Since we talked about that, Phoenix. You was out the studio that day, but that was like, do you feel like that's something that you can naturally do? Or you can just surrender and let God. I don't feel like it's something you can really truly control when it's from the universe, when it's from God. Like you don't even sometimes see stuff happening, but when you it's like even if you take it to the Christian part and you walking by faith, right? And you're not trying to be in control of nothing. I feel like a lot of things happen is when you truly surrender. Like you be like, okay, in Phoenix form, this is let it talk takeover, okay? When you say fuck it, okay? Like no, for real, because this is how Phoenix would say it. Phoenix would say, fuck love, I give up on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit. Do I sound like Phoenix? I don't want that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, it's only when you surrender to it, because that's how Buzy would say it, when you give it up, and you not in that point of like you seeking it, that it just happen. You be like, God,
it's the one
universe, you're funny. You know what I'm saying? But when you want it so much, you block it. I feel like you can manifest anything you want in life. Yeah, but it wasn't until I truly surrendered to like, fuck what people think about me.
We in the cricket world, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I ain't say it like that.
Everybody interpretation of love, like they done tricked us. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't really know what love truly means.
Definitely, I agree with that. On Buzy's show, one of her guests was saying like, he didn't want to do an in service or you know, to date, the disservice to date, you know, because he been incarcerated for 30 years and came home, and you know, he wants to be able let that come to, you know, it's going to show up to him. To me, you know, I feel like, you know, I've already experienced the day. First of all, I started dating and having sex at a very early age. I was a mother at 15. You know, being a mother, getting, you know, when I got married, I was 22, 23 years old. I got divorced. You know, I was 22, 23 years old when I had my second child, and then I got married, and then I got divorced, and so I got in a 4-year relationship that dude just like, that was the person, the wrong individual to me, that I, you know, was submissive to, that I gave submissiveness to. When my submissive, like I was not at that point, whereas though that person made me check like who I was as a person, because I'm like, you know, I need to start acting like I'm gonna do this. I will get up before he go to work. I will, you know, cook breakfast, cook dinner, do this, take care of his son, do all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, it was still for what? You know, the 4 years, and then I found out this person was cheating and married the person that they cheated on me with. So, and that took me a year to get over it. Once I got over it and I was back to normal, I was back to myself, and I said, because y'all know I carry the attitude, I am the shit, I am that bitch, I am the boss. I'm a boss bitch, and that's how I carry myself, and that's why I call myself Phoenix, because I'm fire. It's no way, matter of fact, your water can't even turn me off. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on rising, and that's why I am now risen. I have risen from what I've been through. Thank you for everyone who fucked me over. Thank you for everyone who was a bad friend. Thank you for everyone who also, you know what I'm saying, whatever you did to me, thank you very much, because guess what? I'm sitting right here, unstoppable, unbreakable, unpredictable. You can never know who I am. And see, this is why a man, when that man comes to me, I am ready to be that submissive person. Is that I know when God gives me that signal and God put that person in my life, this is where I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn to get there.
When I tell you,
know?
Phoenix just went off, right? Phoenix just went off, right? And I'm just gonna will it in, because we coming down to the end. Oh,
Definitely.
Phoenix, let's talk show, right? But I'm saying, like, she just willed it in, and that is a woman of just healing, and a woman of just opening it up and being vulnerable. And what I'm saying is, like, when you get to that point of you don't give a fuck, like, it just is what it is. Look, I was this, I was that, and you understand that everything you've been through created who you are now, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you that woman to woman, right? 2023 about to be lit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you understand that process, even men, we don't give y'all enough credit.
We don't.
And I've heard that.
Really
like you know what I'm saying? Like we all showing up as a race, as a culture, and we don't highlight that more. You know what I'm saying? But going into 2023, I'ma just say everything she said. You know, you at a point that no matter what you've been through, you can say thank you, right? You can say thank you. That's my main thing. Sometimes I don't know what to say, but I start with thank you. The fact that you like, thank you, Negro. You know, I mean, I say, you know, the same stuff Phoenix say, but when you can say that, Phoenix, I know that you on your way. You getting ready to get ready. And you never done it till you done. You know what I'm saying? Let your gas close out. We coming up on the late hour. But thank you for having me on Let's Talk with Phoenix. Okay, at first I was like, okay, let me just get him on the head a little bit. But I appreciate you.
I appreciate
Do
you.
your thing. Close out your show, girl.
But yeah, so definitely I will always tell y'all know that y'all know this not the last time. But definitely I want y'all to just end with something that, you know, tell them where to follow you, and you know what your upcoming. Are y'all doing something individually, or now this is just a group project as for now?
It's just a song. We just put together, just brotherhood. It ain't even
it's a whole lot of all that, individual, group. You know what I'm saying? Definitely more songs with all of us on it, of course.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just a whole lot of
music. From us,
just a whole lot of music and just content. Period.
Okay, definitely. And where can they follow you?
You can follow me at 420. That's 420 ESKI 420 Eski on everything.
And what about you?
Instagram step STEP_FTP.
Okay. And Skip.
Oh yeah, IG is skip it 06. Skip it _06.
Okay, definitely. Y'all already know this is not the last time you gonna see me, Phoenix. Definitely new ventures, a lot of things coming, y'all. Y'all want, definitely invite me to be a guest or something. I'm gonna go on people's, platforms and things like that. Thank you so much.
No, for real. These
Busy.
months have been
this has been fun.
Freaking ride.
Yeah, definitely, it's been fun. Thank you to Ripped Network Toy. Thank you so
my God.
much.
I wish I could give a shout out to the new network that's taking over.
So here's the thing. We want the shows to vote on the name. We got some names.
We got some names, okay? They want us to vote on the names, okay?
So during the Rippies, y'all will vote on the names.
Doing the Rippies.
Okay. That's
Rippies
this
is
Saturday.
next week
No,
or
it's
this
this
weekend.
Saturday. This Saturday.
Hey, look, I'm already on the stage. We taking our crown, okay? Best new show, okay? If y'all did not vote, I don't know where y'all was
We
at.
can't
but
vote
whatever,
now. It's no more
The
voting.
voting is closed, okay? But I'm saying, shout out to this network. I really came over here. I was doing my own thing, just been great where I was at, but it wasn't people that looked like me, and it was just like advantage of me, not knowing my value, not knowing my worth, but coming into a studio with somebody mentored me, loved on me, and now I'm able to go do whatever I want to do, figure it all out. But thank you, Rip Radio Network. He going on to do his own thing or whatever, and I'm either going to be here or I'm not. I'll communicate with the new people that take over this network, and we'll go from there. But, Phoenix, love you, appreciate you.
Love you
I wanted to gift you with this thing, baby. I wanted you to, have your footage, be able to do your thing. In the perfect world, your logo would have been on the back. That's what I really wanted. But, love you, appreciate you. We don't got to talk every day. You my sister, for real.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Three wise
Somebody
men.
that holds your secrets,
Three
you better
wise
watch
men.
out. Okay, you better
wise
treat them nice. You never know.
Three
All
wise
right,
men.
but I love you, man.
Three wise
I love
men.
you. I love you. Stop. I love y'all.
Three
Love
wise
y'all
men.
too, man. Love y'all too.
I love y'all. I love y'all. So I can't.
Three
Look,
wise men.
when I'm showing up, I
Three
need to be
wise
on the
men.
part. I'm trying to show up wherever you at in the city. I
Three
see
wise
you
men.
approaching the police officer and shit. I'm
Three
like,
wise
stop what you doing. I ain't trying to come bail you out.
Three
You know what I'm
wise
saying?
men.
But you are a brother that's just tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that. I don't know really your story, what got you there. But, man, I know.
The pain.
Three wise men.
Pain, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I remember the last show
Thank
too. You was
you.
telling me that if you know somebody that do natural hairs, bring them to you. Honeybee Natural Hair, she's in the building.
Best
Shout out to
best
Honeybee
hands in the
Natural
DMV.
Hair.
So y'all go
Shout out to
Oh,
Honeybee.
Honeybee
I'm not
Natural
a
Hair
club, but
Designs.
Let me shout out. Look, this Phoenix show, we close it out. But shout out to Honeybee's Natural Hair, okay?
Designs.
But I want to
Designs.
I want to shout out to Danita Hooper, okay? The Coopers. I want to shout out to you. I have my mug, okay? I have so many great things, but she back in business, okay? That's why this hair is laid and everything is slayed. And what I'm trying to tell you is this. You just never know where you need to pull from. You know what I'm saying? My hairstylist have became one of my great friends. Her story is amazing. Her sharing it on the Busy Will Be podcast was everything to me. But I'm happy you back. And I can't wait. 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. All right, world, y'all already know where to catch me. Y'all know I be putting in my stories all the time.
Let's talk.
Make sure y'all follow me,
Let's talk,
Phoenix
let's talk.
Warrior. Let's talk. Peace.
Hey!